Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. This week I'm going to share with you 5 card ideas that you can make with one set of supplies from this month's kit. Today I'm sharing with you my first alternative card using the October 2023 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Home for the Holidays. This festive kit creates 8 greeting cards, 4 in 2 different designs. These are the intended projects that you can make with the kit. If you would like to watch me unbox the kit and create these cards, you can click on the playlist in the top right corner. Each month, I take the contents from the Paper Pumpkin kits and make alternative projects. My cards are simple and use just a couple other products to complete them. You can follow along with me using supplies you already have or purchase any products that you see me use from my online store. The link to all the products is below in the description or on my blog, creativechelsey.com. Today's card makes a bold statement with strong colors that coordinate with the printed image on the card base, which we will be cutting up for that center element. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel so you can get updates when I post a new video. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're interested in getting your own Paper Pumpkin subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. To begin, we're going to start with this vertical card base, and we're going to trim it in half right along that score line at 4 1/4 inches. Next, we're going to use the top half of this piece for our card. So we're going to go ahead, rotate that, and cut at 2 3/4 inches. And we're going to use this on our card, so put that off to the side. On this leftover piece, we are going to stamp our greeting. So let's go ahead and trim the piece down. We just need a 1-inch piece for our greeting. And so this is the 4 1/4 length right here that I'm cutting down. So cutting just 1 inch off. So it will be 1 inch by 2 3/4 inches. You're also going to need one of the glittery angled pieces, and we're going to cut it in half lengthwise. And it's going to be just slightly smaller than a 1/2 inch. So just even it out on both sides of your cutting line. So you're just going to need a couple other pieces for this card today. I'm using a card base of Night of Navy cardstock. And then I have a border piece of Balmy Blue cardstock. And it's just slightly larger than the focal point piece that we cut. And you can get the dimensions for all those pieces below in the description. So let's go ahead and add this to our card here. So we'll just add any type of adhesive to the back, place it in the center. And then on the card base, I do want to do some stamping. So a couple kits ago, there was a Night of Navy ink spot in the Paper Pumpkin kit. Can't remember which one, but I know it was recent. And so I'm going to use that along with the snowflake image, and I am going to stamp around the edge of the center piece. So I'm keeping my stamps to the center and not to the edge of my card base. So I'll kind of show you what I mean. So just kind of eyeball where you want those stamps to be. And just randomly create kind of a border for that centerpiece. Just don't stamp on the edge. It's going to give us a fun little detail look that's just kind of peeking out from behind these elements. So we're going to go ahead and add that centerpiece with just some regular adhesive. I like to use liquid glue because then I can kind of move things around to make sure it's centered. Next, we're going to stamp our greeting in the Real Red ink spot that did come in the kit. And I really love this Celebrate the Wonder and Joy of the Festive Season. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on that 1-inch piece that we cut from the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and trim it down just a little bit. Just want it to be more even on each side. I think that looks good. For my card, I wanted there to be a curved edge. So I'm going to share with you just a quick little tip on how you can do that. I have this retired 1/2-inch circle punch. It's from a long time ago. You can see that it's the old style. And so what I'm going to do is just trim off a little bit of each corner by sliding it from the top, by flipping my punch over and going in this way instead of through, okay? And then you just kind of line up the corner and punch it. Now, if you don't have a punch like this, which is, quite possible, you can also round your edges. And so you just do that with a pair of paper snips and just kind of do a slight round. It doesn't have to be a large amount that you take off, okay? So just think about just removing the smallest amount from that corner. Doesn't have to be perfect either. So if one corner is a little wonky, that's okay. If that is something you don't want to do, you can just keep it square along those corners. Next, we're going to add the glimmer paper along the bottom of our card here. And I'm going to do that with some dimensionals. They're going to overlap slightly. So I put 2 on one. I'll show you. So it's going to cover up this bottom area, and you can put it about halfway. And just make sure it's nice and straight. And then this one here is going to cover up that part. So just make sure that when you put your dimensional on that second one, you give a little bit of a gap so that the edge can cover up and connect. And just make sure they kind of connect, and the end of that strip is about center again along that edge. So for our greeting, I'm going to add some ribbon to the back in a kind of a faux Z-fold bow. I'll kind of show you what that means. So I've added a lot of adhesive to the back. I have 16 inches of this beautiful red ribbon. This comes in a combo pack with some garden green ribbon, which is really pretty. And so I'll link that below in the description if you're interested in getting some. You could use any color ribbon here. So a Z-fold means that you start at an angle and then you kind of bring one across at the top. And I like to use my finger kind of as a guide for how large I want those loops to be. So one kind of comes across at the top and one comes across at the bottom. You can see that it's kind of like a Z. And I think my original angle might have been a little too steep, so I'm going to just kind of readjust that a little bit. Use a nice pair of scissors and just trim off the ends wherever you want. Let's see. And once you like it, you can put it on your card. So I'm going to use some dimensionals, and I kind of want to use these edge pieces here because I'm going to place it on the top and bottom. So I have this edge. And the other thing is I want it centered in the houses. So I'm going to put a couple skinny little pieces along the top and bottom of that glimmer paper, and that will hold it in place. I can also put some adhesive on the glimmer paper if I want to as well, to hold everything in place. There we go. See how that covers up right there? I think I'm going to add some tear and tape to the glimmer paper as well, just to kind of help hold the ribbon in place. Okay, so once you have the adhesive on, go ahead and add your greeting right underneath the houses. And fluff up your bow just a little bit. So your card is done. If you're interested, you can add any of the glitter glue that came in the kit. You could add it to the rooftops like we did in the original card. You could add it to the moon, wherever you want to place a little bit of that beautiful glue that they gave. I'm going to add a little to the moon here as well. And it's all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create my first alternative from the October 2023 Paper Pumpkin Kit. If you're interested in getting your own subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. If you would like to see written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.